Hello and welcome back, everyone. Scootsy16 here with another episode of the Chemlock League, and we have finished Season 4 and are heading to the playoffs. But before we do, of course, as always, we're going to have an all-star game, and this year the War Wagons have the best record in the league, and they will be hosting from the Yang Conference, and we will be playing in the Motor Yard here in Season 4. Just a quick recap, the War Wagons, the number one seed in the Yang Conference with a 12-4 record and a plus 29 run differential. On the Yin Conference side, the Swoops had the best record, tied two other teams with a 10-6 record, but they had the best run differential at plus 10, so they are the number one seed in the Yin Conference. We'll take a look at what the playoff bracket will look like at the end of this video, but before we do, we're going to get this game started. So a 6-inning game as is normal. And some interesting facts we're going to be talking about here today. In fact, the Yin Conference has a total of 1, 2, 3, 4 MVPs, or either offensive or pitching MVPs. And the Yang Conference has 0. So it looks like they have the leverage here. I'm sorry, 5 on the Yin Conference, or the Yin Conference, including the 2 MVPs this season, Rake Johnson and Iceman Grubbs. Let's go ahead and check out the lineups really quick before we get started. There's also another fun fact we'll talk about here in just a moment. We're going to have Withers Gentry leading off, 3-time All-Star. He played for the Streamliners this year, and he was the MVP last year. Actually, let me see. Let me check. Last year, he wasn't the MVP and played for the Platypi. So he stayed in the Yin Conference after a couple of seasons in the Yang Conference. Mateo Compton. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, Withers for the Streamliners. Mateo Compton, you're number 2 in the top, or I'm sorry, number 2 in the order, number 10 in the top 10. Played for the Platypi this year. He is a 2-time All-Star. Iceman Grubbs, we've seen him before. He's a 2-time All-Star. He was number 4 in the top 10, and he was the MVP this season. He's going to be batting 3rd this year. We'll talk about his stats as we get into the game. Then here comes Cameron Hernandez. Cameron, a first-time All-Star appearance, batting number 4 for the Torpedoes. Peyton Wade is a first-time All-Star. Will be playing for the Nocturnals and batting 5th. Then we have Julio Jaramillo. That's a familiar name, as he used to play for the Heaters. A 2-time All-Star, playing this year for the Swampers. Graham Huff will be playing in the number 7 spot in the order, getting the start at DH, and he will be representing the Swoops for the first time in his career, making the All-Star team. Henley Neal, number 8 in the order, playing for the Platypi, the second Platypi to make the All-Star team. First-time All-Star for Kenley Neal. And lastly, Mackay Donor West. Batting 9th, his first All-Star appearance, and he made it just barely based on the Rush's pretty disappointing offense this year. He is the one that stands out. On the bench, you're going to see a couple of familiar names, as we have Brock Kramer. Don't know why he's wearing catcher's gear, but Brock Kramer made it to the All-Star game for the first time, representing the Nemesis this year. Adriana Harrington is back for the second time in her career. She was the All-Star, or the MVP back in Season 1 for the Tundras. She's representing the Woodsmiths. Then Jace Von Crum will be representing the Swordfish, his first All-Star appearance as well. So 3 bench players all representing the All-Star team for the first time. Starting pitcher for the Yin All-Stars is Rake Johnson. His first time as an All-Star. He was the number 1 player this year. He will be representing the Torpedoes. All right, we'll take a look at the rest of the team later. But let's go ahead and get over to the Yang Conference. You're going to see some familiar names here as well. So leading off will be Finley Curtis. He was number 7 in the top 10, a 3-time All-Star, and will be leading off for the War Wagons. Zeke Price made it as the second All-Star, or I'm sorry, for the second time as an All-Star, back to his rookie year. He'll be batting second for the Tundras, DHing today. June Mina will be your number 3 in the starting lineup. She's a two-time All-Star. She'll be representing the Foresters again. She was she was number 5 in the top 10, and arguably, I believe she should have gotten the MVP over Iceman Grubbs, but that is not how it played out. We next have Port Guevara. He was the Rookie of the Year this year. He was also a first-time All-Star for the Tundras, number 6 in the top 10. Tiago Lowe will be representing the Colossus. He is a 2-time All-Star, batting 5th in the lineup today. Maximus Alonso, one of 2 War Wagons in the lineup. He's getting his first appearance in the All-Star game, batting number 6. Lane Smythe will be representing the Firebirds, first-time All-Star for him. Then we have Langston Shavewell representing the Cutters in the number 8 spot in center field. And lastly, Nelson McCormick will be the Chompers representative, his second time making it to the All-Star team. And look at that. Look at his ratings to be an All-Star. Very, very interesting. Hate to do this. I really, really hate to tell you about Jefferson Larson, who was number 2 in the top 10, representing the War Wagons, a first-time All-Star appearance for him. I hate it. And this is where I'll give you a quick fun fact. There are, let me count them really quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 former players, former Tundra players that are in the All-Star team representing different teams. They just never performed that way for us. Those 6 are Makai Nornerwest, Adriana Harrington, Brock Kramer. They were all on the team in the last couple of years. Then there's June Mina. There is Jefferson Larson and Gabriella Potter, who's representing the Cutters. So really, really frustrating, but we'll hope they do good here today, at least the ones in the Yang Conference. Let's go ahead out to the ballpark. Set the weather random. Looks like we're getting a kind of a dusk day here as the sun is going down. We'll see if the sun comes up on another Yang Conference victory. Just to give you a recap on the series between these 2 All-Star teams back in Season 1, it was the Yin Conference hosting and the Yang Conference won. It was an extra innings game with Iceman Grubbs with that pinch hit home run. Season 2, it was the Yang Conference hosting and the Yin Conference won. Season 3, it was the Yin Conference hosting and the Yang Conference won. And now the Yang Conference is hosting. We'll see who wins. I saw the ground out to short there. Mateo Compton will come up. Let's talk a little bit about Jefferson Larson. Had 2 complete games, 1 shutout. We remember what he did against us earlier this season. Ended the year with a .42 ERA, which was good for 3rd in the top 10. He also had a 1.02 whip and a .184 opponent batting average, which was 10th in the league. He also struck out 16, and he gets a strikeout here. Just an otherworldly performance for him, and absolutely not justified. Really annoying. But we'll see what he does against the MVP Iceman Grubbs. He was number 5 in the top 10 for 404 batting average. He strikes out here. He had 4 home runs, 7 RBIs, and 4 stolen bases. Again, it didn't seem like his stats jumped off the page, but somehow it was enough to be number 1 of all hitters in the league. So Finley Curtis leads off and will be facing off against Rake Johnson of the Torpedoes. And here's what he was number 1 in. As he very hard hit ball to right center field, rattles around as Grubbs will come up throwing to second. Errant throw, but it's going to go to Nornerwest. It's a double from Curtis. So Rake Johnson, number 1 in ERA, 0.00. Number 1 in whip, .68. Number 1 in opponent batting average, 122. Number 1 in strikeouts, tied for number 1 with 22 Ks and 1 complete game shutout. An elite year from the MVP of the Torpedoes. And a grounder to second from Zeke Price will advance the runner to third base, and that'll bring up June Mina. So let's talk about June. She got snuffed for the MVP this year. 7 home runs and 14 RBIs. 7 home runs, ties the the season or career high for most. I'm sorry, ties the league lead in home runs in a single season. 14 RBIs, tied for fourth this year. Had a 1329 OPS, which was good for second, and 42 total bases. A great year. She strikes out here against Rake Johnson. That'll leave us to Pork Guevara. Pork was number 1 in OPS, 1427. He was tied for second in home runs with 6, tied for sixth in RBIs with 13. He had 3 doubles, 2 stolen bases, and a 425 batting average. He grounds to the shortstop in the inning ends. So Finley Curtis led off with a double and then got stranded. Great pitching from Rake Johnson to recover there. And we'll start talking about some of the batters of the Yin Conference. Cameron Hernandez representing the Torpedoes for the first time in the All-Star team. He sneaks one up the middle. Hernandez with a 4-home-run year with 11 RBIs and 27 total bases. 1102 OPS. Wade appears from the Nocturnals. 5 home runs and 15 RBIs this year. Had a 304 batting average and a 986 OPS. Solid year from him, but he pops up to the infield. It's going to be Pork. Runner holds at first, and Julio Jaramillo comes up. You'll remember him from his time when he was with the Heaters. He appeared back in Season 2 as a Heater in the All-Star team. He sends this one to deep left field. That's going to get over the wall. I think that's what we'd expect from Jefferson Larson. And Julio, who led the league with RBIs with 17, had 3 home runs. He'll add one on here with 2 runs scored. And a two-run lead for the All-Star team, the Yin All-Star team. Graham Huff will come up. Had the RBI hero trait at Tier 3, but doesn't get to use it here, at least. From the Swoopers, Graham had a 1,008 OPS, 3 home runs, 10 RBIs, 25 total bases, and he strikes out here against Larson, who responds after the home run.
Number 56. Kenley Neal.
Now Kenley Neal will come up. Kenley from the Platypi, 6 home runs and 15 RBIs this season, both tied for second in the league. A solid 1203 OPS for her, but only batted .267. A couple of walks helped her boost her OPS a bit. See what she does here. She is kind of a big swing hitter here. And she takes ball 4, excuse me. And she's got great speed, but she also has Tier 2 bad jumps. See if she can get into position for Mackay Norner West. Weak arm behind the plate. They are thinking the same thing, and Larson tosses to Smythe. Check on the runner. You'll see Tier 1 workhorse. Still for a long reliever. On speed pitch. Bad jumps, and she still manages to get there. The weak throw from McCormick behind the plate allows Neal to get into scoring position for Tier 3 RBI hero Norner West. And somehow Larson misses. That ball did not give him, or the ump didn't give him credit on that take strike there. Or that take, excuse me. And we didn't get a chance to talk about Withers Gentry. He was the MVP last year. Didn't have as good of a year, but still a solid one with 4 home runs, 9 RBIs, 25 total bases, and there he goes. He's got the experience. A 3-run shot. That almost got out of the park. I think it might have. A no-doubter. 479. It did get out of the park. And a 3-run homer for Gentry makes it a 5-0 lead here in the top of the second. And I think, again, this is what we're not surprised and why we didn't really want Larson as our starter, but them's the rules, folks. He's 10th. We have a lot of options in the bullpen. With 2 outs and 2 strikes, Mateo Compton, a Platypi all-star with 3 home runs and 10 RBIs, strikes out again. That'll end the inning. So 5 runs on 2 home runs off the bat of Gentry and off the bat of Julio Jaramillo, both formerly of the Yang Conference, giving it to their old team. And now low will come up. Tiago from the Colossus, 2-time All-Star, 2 home runs, 9 RBIs. Walked 3 times this year, had a .333 batting average, 24 total bases. Hits that one well, but it goes right to Mackay Norner West at second base. That'll bring up Alonso. Top 10 with in batting average with a 381. Number 6 in the top 10 for OPS with an 1197. He had 4 home runs and 9 RBIs with 4 doubles to add to it. And he'll pop up in foul territory. Jaramillo there to catch that for out number 2. And now Lane Smythe will come up. Lane representing the Firebirds this year. Number 1 in batting average, 444. Number 4 in OPS, 1257. 3 home runs, 7 RBIs. Had 10 stolen bases. Tied for number 1 with Aiden Rubio. And he pops up in foul territory to end the inning. So 1-2-3 for Rake Johnson. And he is holding down the fort while the offense for the Yin Conference does their thing. Iceman Grubbs, we had talked about considering bringing him in. Maybe we should have. I still feel like he is a bit volatile. I was taking a look at his career stats, and I didn't think anything really stood out. I feel like if he was on our team and we were watching him game in and game out, we'd be a bit frustrated with him. Cameron Hernandez comes up 1 for 1 as Jefferson Larson still tense. He got lucky on that pitch right down the middle. Gets him chasing out of the zone, and it's an 0-2 count. Staying alive, Hernandez battling. Takes the ball outside. We'll see how long Larson goes. And that's the one thing I don't like about how I have this All-Star game set up, as that's lofted to Guevara for out number 2. Is I wish we could figure out the situation for pitching a little bit better, as we have 10 pitchers and we rarely get to see more than 1 or 2 or 3 of them. Eric Trejo will get the start. He is a first-time All-Star for the Heaters. At a 386 average or ERA with a 150 whip, 308 opponent batting average, 5 strikeouts. He got 1 save this year in only 9 1/3 innings pitched, but did well enough to make it to the All-Star team for the Heaters. I think a lot of that has to do with how poorly the pitching staff was for the Heaters this year, but Trejo gets the strikeout. Moves us to the bottom of the 3rd. Ray Johnson cruising. Shavewell getting his first at-bat here, appearing for the Cutters. Had a really solid season. 4 home runs, 8 RBIs, a 1086 OPS. 3 doubles, 4 walks, 31 total bases, and he's going to hold up with a single here as Neal gets to it quickly. Nelson McCormick, the other catcher in today's ball game, representing the Chompers, a 2-time All-Star, had 4 home runs and 14 RBIs this season, a 1333 OPS, and a 417 batting average. He formerly represented the Chompers back in Season 1, as he strikes out here, and that'll bring us back to Finley Curtis. Didn't get a chance to talk about him last time. Number 7 in the top 10. 3rd-time All-Star for the War Wagons. Had 6 home runs, 11 RBIs, and a 1227 OPS. Good for 5th in the league. Had a 408 batting average. Good for 4th. Man, Rake is raking right now. Mowing down this lineup. So Zeke Price will come up for the 2nd time. Zeke had a pretty solid season, but just barely snuck in to the All-Star team. Might have had a little bit of a bias here. He did walk 5 times, however, which we didn't keep track of that stat here, but was pretty high comparatively to the other All-Stars. And another dribbler, this one to the mound, will end the inning. So again, nothing doing for the Yang All-Stars as they're down 5-0. And Trejo will stay out there for now, facing off against Julio Jaramillo. Had the 2-run homer to get the scoring starting back in the 2nd. We'll ground to Mina here. She'll collect and toss to first.
Designated hitter, number 9, Graham Huff.
Graham Huff, 0 for 1. DHing today. Swoops didn't have a lot of viable options, so he was kind of the best of a tough situation, but decent stats here, or attributes. And the Tier 3 RBI hero would always be nice. Instead, with nobody on, he grounds to 2nd. Low, out of position. No, actually, I think he was in his normal... No, he's a shortstop. It was between Pork and Lowe to see who started at short. Of course, Pork is the better defender, so Lowe moved over. Kenley Neal will come up again. She walked. She hits this one well to right field. Going into the corner, and it goes right off the top of the wall, right off the yellow line, and it bounces right back. She coasts into second base. She'll find herself in scoring position again for Mackay Norner-West. So RBI hero will be active. Trejo in a tough spot. Love the purple hair in that Fu Manchu. Bad jumps activates on the throw over, and she's caught stealing third. We've seen foolish decisions from base runners in our own Tundra series, and it comes back to bite the Yin Conference in the ass there, as they didn't give a chance to Mackay to use his RBI hero trait. So June Mina will come up for her second at-bat, 0 for 1. It's a hold of 1, but pulls foul. Rake is locked in. He gives up a base hit to right field. So one MVP, or no, not MVP. Should be. Actually, she just hit it. No, he's in center field. I was going to say she just hit it to the guy that stole her MVP, but that's not the case. Runner on first, and Pork Guevara pops up, shatters the bat. Going to hang in the infield for Norner-West. And Lowe will come up 0 for 1. Now, Mina doesn't have great speed. It's about slightly above average. So not likely to get into scoring position here for Lowe. Doesn't need it as he hits one hard up the middle. Grubbs gets it in quickly, but that'll be 2 aboard with 1 out, and Maximus Alonso will come up. He had 4 home runs this year with 9 RBIs. He also had 4 doubles. So prone to being able to get a couple of extra base hits here against Rake Johnson. That's a tough ask. Rake with Tier 2 K Collector activated here. Over 40 pitches now, and he'll induce a ground ball to short. Norner-West, slow move over to first, but it's still in time. That ends the inning, so Alonso with the double play, and this feels like the Yang Conference is just losing the momentum here. This seems very much like the Yin All-Stars this season, just had it in the bank from the get-go. Rake Johnson, the much better pitcher comparatively to Jefferson Larson, and he seems to have picked up where he left off in the last season. So Norner-West, he didn't get an official appearance, or played a at-bat, excuse me. With the walk last time, he hits this one back to the pitcher with a broken bat. Gentry with a 3-run homer in his last at-bat. 1 for 2, former MVP. Stepping up big for the Yin All-Stars. And with Tier 2 easy target giving Trejo a little bit of help here. He's over 25 pitches, so he's going to get some help with that accuracy. Ball misses low. 2-2 count. Gentry will line one up the middle. Shavewell catches that off the shoe tops. Gentry with another hard hit ball, but it hangs up. And Mateo Compton will come up. He's 0 for 2. They turn to the closer, Gregory Walsh. You remember him from the Rakers. His second-time All-Star appearance. He gets a ground ball to the pitcher to end the inning. Walsh did not allow an earned run. Had a 157 whip with a 222 opponent batting average. 4 strikeouts and 1 save in 7 innings for the Rakers this year. Rakers didn't have a great season, but they did lean on their closer every opportunity they could, and he came through for them. So Smythe comes up for the second time. Rake's still locked in. That one tails way out of the zone. Get some swinging on strike 2, and K Collector will activate again. Smythe swings through strike 3. Had him guessing fastball. Pulled the string with the 81-mile-an-hour changeup, and he swung right through it. Shavewell 1 for 1 with a single. First pitch Slayer, and it's taken for a ball. That changeup misses. Ball high. 3-0. Takes strike 1 right down the middle. And there's ball 4. Shavewell works the walk with 1 out. And is that the day for Rake Johnson? See who they consider to replace him. if they do go to the bullpen, they will.
Chris Harris.
It's starter Chris Harris. Chris Harris, a second-time All-Star. I believe he was with the Heaters a few seasons back. Yep, for the Foresters back in season 1, actually. This one's sent into the corner, and it's going to get up over the wall. So don't count them out yet. The Yang Conference gets a 2-run homer, lofted into the corner, 390. Nelson McCormick, him and Julio Jaramillo with home runs today. Both of the catchers representing their squads. And Chris Harris giving up a home run. Not something he's used to doing. A 2.76 ERA during the season with an 0.92 WHIP. He had 18 strikeouts, good for 10th in the top 10, and 1 complete game shutout. And this one hit well to right center field, but it's going to be playable for Grubbs. That'll be out number 2. And here comes Zeke Price. 0 for 2. Tier 2 clutch activated in a high-pressure situation against Harris, who's tense. They've seen each other before. Ooh, Zeke. Tier 2 fastball hitter. That's what we've been missing. And that gets out of here. Into the stands, another home run. And the Yang Conference closing the gap here in the 5th inning. It is 5-3. And we're not done just yet. Zeke celebrates in front of the fans here at Motor Yard, and they're getting some fireworks here. As now June Mina comes up. She had 7 home runs during the regular season. Does she have one in her? As Harris stays out there. 4th batter faced, and he's given up 2 home runs, a fly out. And we'll see what happens here against June. 2-2 count. She rears up, pulls at that one, and she pops it foul out of play. And she chases out of the zone. She was a little early. She strikes out. Harris gets out of it, but not before 3 runs score. 1 is credited to Rake Johnson. It was the runner he allowed on base before they went to Chris Harris there. Now the Yin Conference, how will they respond? Gregory Walsh got out of the last inning really quickly. Closer doesn't have a lot of stamina. He gives up a hard hit ball to Grubbs, but it's going to be a loud line out to right field. 1 down for Hernandez, 1 for 2. Walsh has tier 2 crossed up. We'll see if that plays a factor here as diving Guevara can't get to it and it sneaks up the middle. Base hit for Hernandez. Puts a runner on with 1 out.
The first baseman, number 8.
Gives an opportunity here for a double play as Wade is 0 for 2 today. Not much speed heading down the line. We're in a max pressure situation. You have bad jumps over at first. Ooh, instead, Peyton Wade makes him pay. I went off the Enigma. Wait, what was that? What was that sign? Angera? I don't even know. It's a 2-run shot for Wade. Puts the Yin Conference back up 7-3 now. Stretching their lead back out, and Julio Jaramillo will come up 1 for 2 with a 2-run homer. He got the scoring started, and he'll keep the inning going as he gets another base hit. 2-hit day for the catcher, and Greg Walsh not having a great start here, or not having a great appearance. Huff 0 for 2. Tier 3 RBI hero, not likely to play here. Doesn't matter. Jaramillo. Deep left field. That's gonna... No, that wasn't Jaramillo. That was Huff. That looks like it was off the end of the bat, and it drops into the bullpen. 4:08 in the Yin Conference. They get all those runs right back. It is now 9-3, and Walsh was not the right choice here. Running into a buzzsaw that is this Yin All-Star offense. He stays out there despite rattled and despite having so many viable options. As this one gets hard past the shortstop. Slow roller to the wall. Shavewell comes up throwing for third. And Neal holds up at second. And an errant throw, but thankfully Walsh was backing it up.
Number 6, Mackay Norderwest.
Norderwest will have another chance with RBI Hero. 3rd at bat and 3rd time with RBI Hero activated. Second time was with Neal on second, and she tried to steal 3rd. It's going to be a grounder off the end of the bat, and that's a slow roller to second base, out number 2. Neal heads to 3rd. And Withers Gentry, who only has the 3-run homer, but currently the game-winning hit. I hate that Walsh is still out there. We have Gabriella Potter, we have Holden Stiffbottom, Vern McCoy, we have Adriel Greer, who did not allow an earned run all season, Chuck Drummond, and we have not decided to go to any of them right now. Gentry over the glove of Tiago Lowe, and another run will score. I think that's the first run scored without the home run. Very interesting outcome here, as it's now 10-3. They finally pull Walsh. They go to Brinley Shannon. Tier 2 gets ahead, but also has Tier 3 K Neglector. Shannon gives up what looks like a base hit down in front of Shavewell. He couldn't close the gap in time. Shannon for the Colossus, a 2-time All-Star. Number 9 in the top 10 with a 1.26 ERA. Had 14 strikeouts and 14 1/3 innings pitched, and has to face off against the MVP. Iceman Grubbs is getting his second at-bat of the inning. Swings at strike 2. K Neglector activates for Shannon. And there he goes. Iceman Grubbs. A 3-run homer. That one almost got over the brick wall there in left center field. A no-doubt shot. The fireworks continue here at the Motor Yard. That one goes 467, and we have a 13-3 ball game. Are we going to call the mercy rule? Jeez, this is rough to watch. As Shannon is now tense. 2 outs, top of the 6th still. Hernandez 2 for 3 with 2 singles. Misses outside, and it's 2-0. Fouls one off. Sun's starting to set here at the Motor Yard, and it looks like the sun is setting on the chances of this Yang Conference getting back into this ball game. Remember, this game was 5-3 before the 6th inning started here. Peyton Wade had a home run earlier in this at-bat, or in this inning. After the walk, Shannon has a runner on first with 2 outs, and still tense against Wade, who checks on a ball inside. He hits one well to right center field. This one's carrying. If they're going to get to it, it's going to be Finley Curtis to haul it in and finally put the Yang Conference out of their misery. 8-run 6th inning. It looked like there was a chance for this game to get close there at the end of the last inning. But just like that, we are now finding ourselves 13-3, the bottom of the 6th. Pork will start things off 0 for 2 today. The good news is he didn't strike out yet. Fouls off, and it's a 1-2 count. Harris is still tense, and Bavard and Norner West will be out number 1. This one could end pretty quickly here now. Tiago Lowe 1 for 2, excuse me, with the single. Misses inside. And another grounder to second. 2 outs. The Yang Conference down to their last chance, and then Alonzo comes up, who's 0 for 2. He grounded into a double play in his last at-bat, I believe. And Chris Paris looking to try and finish off this All-Star game. And instead, Alonzo deep right center field. This one's going to bounce off the high wall. Grubbs gets to it quickly, but it's going to be a double to keep the hopes alive for this Yang All-Star team. The home fans that haven't left yet, holding out just a little ounce of hope with a runner on second with 2 outs. And Yen All-Star team just want to finish this off, so they're going to turn to Rince Garza. And it looks like it's going to happen. This one's sent to deep center field, but playable for Grubbs, who's camped under it. And we'll haul it in. The inning and the game ends. The Yen All-Stars will continue the trend of winning as the away team. And this was a really, really weird game, folks. So the Yang All-Stars get beat up in the Motor Yard 13-3. I think all but 1 run was scored via the home run. There was a total of 7 home runs in this game. On the Yang All-Star team side, it was Zeke Price for 1 and Nelson McCormick for 1. He had an 2-run homer. On the other side, Withers had a total of 4 RBIs, a 3-run homer and an RBI single. Grubbs had the 3-run homer. Wade with a 2-run shot, Jaramillo and Huff, also with 2-run homers. What a wild game. Fireworks blasting off this whole time. Larson was awful. 2 2/3, giving up 5 earned runs and 2 home runs. Walsh was bad too. 6 earned runs on 2 home runs. Shannon gave up a 2-run homer. Trejo pitched well, 2 innings, giving up 1 hit and 1 strikeout. Nothing else. Rake Johnson, though, he's going to get the win. He goes 4 1/3, giving up 4 hits, 1 earned run, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts, and no home runs allowed. Chris Paris only goes 1 inning and a third, giving up 3 hits, 2 earned runs, both solo home runs. No, I'm sorry, the 2-run homer, 1 earned run gets credited back to Johnson, and then the solo shot to Zeke Price, and then Garza gets the 1 out, I think on 1 pitch. Real quick, I'm just going to screenshot this, and I forgot I wanted to screenshot this here. And then lastly, I'll get a screen grab of this one. So Gentry, Jaramillo, and Grubbs are your top 3. The Yin All-Star sweep the top 10 or the top 3 stars. And wow, that was rough. Fun if you're a Yin Conference fan, but that was that looked like it was going to get competitive for a second, but it just got out of hand really, really quickly. So we head back to the team. Actually, before we do that, let me go ahead and show you the rest of the All-Stars we didn't get a chance to talk about. I'll do this very quickly, just due to time. So Brock Kramer didn't get a chance to appear in this game. He made it for the Nemesis, 2 home runs, 8 RBIs, 4 stolen bases, 22 total bases. So not a great year, really not that impressive, but he made it on a weak Nemesis team. Adriana Harrington makes it for the Woodsmiths. I really didn't want to give it to her because she didn't have a great year either, but it was good enough. 2 home runs, 9 RBIs, 3 doubles, 1 triple, 6 walks, and 23 total bases. So nothing super, super impressive outside of the 6 walks. Then we have Jace Von Crum from the Swordfish. Only had 1 home run and 6 RBIs. Yeah, 17 total bases. Not normally going to get you into the All-Star team, but the Swordfish team was awful this season. On the pitching side of things, we'll do a quick look over here. We have Kaysen Sullivan from the Swordfish. He had a 4.26 ERA, but also had a .95 whip, 19 strikeouts, and 1 complete game shutout. Bentley DeLeon from the Swampers had a complete game shutout, 15 strikeouts, a 1.12 whip, and a 2.65 ERA. Alex Doherty, that was last year's MVP and Rookie of the Year. She made it as number 9 in the top 10 for the Woodsmiths. Her second time making the All-Star team in 2 years. Had a 2.00 ERA, a 1.06 whip, 18 strikeouts, and 1 complete game shutout. So she just picks up exactly where she left off last season. Rince Garza, who we only saw for like 1 pitch, representing the Rushes, his first time as an All-Star, 1.02 ERA, a 0.96 whip, and 15 strikeouts. Reef Finley from the Platypi, 2-time All-Star, 1.46 ERA, 15 strikeouts, and 12 innings pitched. Kevin Vo, I believe we've seen him before, but he's a first-time All-Star for the Streamliners, a 1.20 ERA and 13 strikeouts. Smash Nolan for the Nemesis, first-time All-Star appearance, 3.27 ERA, a 1.00 whip, and 5 strikeouts and 11 innings pitched. Not that impressive. Talked about Crisp, and I will make an important note here for Alora Fury from the Swoops, her first time making the All-Star team. She, as the closer, had 3 saves this year, tied for first, 6 strikeouts, and a 1.13 ERA in 8 innings pitched. So limited in her time, but she did really great when she was called upon. On the Yang All-Star team, we have Antonella Longbottom, one of 2 rookies to make the All-Star team this year, the other one being Port Guevara. Antonella represented the Heaters this year with a 325 batting average, 3 home runs, 4 RBIs, and 24 total bases. Then we have Paxton Hanspringer From the Rakers, first-time All-Star. 417 batting average, was good for third in the league. 2 home runs, 6 RBIs, and 23 total bases. Case and Crush, representing the Burners, a 2-time All-Star. 340 batting average, 2 home runs, 8 RBIs, and 29 total bases. Yeah, he had 6 doubles this year. Pitching wise, we didn't get a chance to see Gabriella Potter. She would have been nice in place of Gregory Walsh, but she appears for the second time for the Cutters. She was number 8 in the top 10, 2.41 ERA, a .91 WHIP, and 21 strikeouts, was good for third in the league. And we have Adriel Glenn, was a long reliever, did not allow an earned run. He tied with Rake Johnson for that feat. Had a .15 opponent batting average, good for third. He had 16 strikeouts and 1 save in 18 innings pitched as a reliever. Holden Stiffbottom, he does not need an introduction. He had 2 saves, good for fifth in the league. Had a .77 WHIP and ERA, good for fifth and fourth respectively, and 14 strikeouts in 11 2/3 innings pitched. He was elite this season. Vern McCoy, representing the Foresters, first-time All-Star, 295 ERA with 20 strikeouts and 1 complete game. Talked about Trejo and Shannon. Chuck Drummond, 3-time All-Star from the Chompers, with a 164 ERA, 5 strikeouts, 1 save, and 11 innings pitched. We have Marker Foundwood from the Burners, first-time All-Star, pitched really well this season. An 0.93 ERA, 10 strikeouts in 9 2/3 innings. Sorry for the long, exhaustive breakdown of all of that, but just wanted to make sure I could touch on everyone who played well enough to make it to the All-Star team. And as always, I'm welcome to any feedback you have there. If this is too much, I can cut it down. If there's anything else that you would like from these All-Star games, I would always love the feedback. By the way, at this point, if you haven't done so already, or if you're still following along, go ahead and put a star emoji in the comments just to let me know what you've seen so far and give me any feedback on the game we just saw here. Let's go ahead and get started with the playoffs, and let's see what the bracket looks like as we head into the Tundra's second time making it to the playoffs in 4 seasons. It'll be the number 2 seed, and we will be facing the Foresters in the first round. Quick reminder, we led off the season with 2 wins against the Foresters, and then we lost brutally in extra innings, I believe, later on in the season. So we have the season lead at 2-1, or 2-1 record against the Foresters this season. We'll see how well they do as we will sim these first 2 games, the Rushes versus the Platypi, and the the Nocturnals versus the Swoops. Rushes win 4-0. The Swoops win 3-0. And that'll bring us to our first game. It'll be Vern McCoy, All-Star, facing off against Gabriel Wankerstein, who was our ace this year. He pitched pretty well outside of his last start. I believe that last start was actually against the Foresters, so this is going to be scary, as the Foresters beat up on Wankerstein for a few home runs in that game. Let's set the lineup, and then we will call it a day. We have fresh mojos. We have fresh stat lines. We have a really good opportunity to kind of press the reset button on this team. Let's see what the players can do. So I think I like Rubio leading off. Zeke Price at number 2. I'm thinking I'm going to put Guevara at 3. And let's put Dennis Shoei at 4. Then I'm thinking we go with Jacques Dennis. I'm hoping he can play well. He came on really well at the end of the last season. Then we have Get Wrecked. I don't really want him in the 6th spot. Well, actually, I'm almost forgetting about one of our big guys here, Brock Valencia. I'm actually going to put you at 4 because, let's see, Vern is a righty and he's an ace. So that means Brock is going to get his contact versus righties and ace exterminator activated. So yeah, he's going to sit behind Pork. He's sat out at least 4 games as he got injured late in the season and has not been able to play in a really long time. So it's really nice to get his bat back in the lineup. And then I'm just going to bring back Royal Finley. He's going to start at third base. I'll bump him up above Get Wrecked. And yeah, that'll be the bottom of our order here. So looking through this, we have Rubio starting off at first base. We have Zeke Price in center field, batting 2. Corquivara, the shortstop and rookie of the year, will be batting 3rd. Brock Valencia, number 4, recovered fully from his injury. We have Dennis Shoei coming up, number 5. Jacques Dennis, number 6, in the DH spot. Royal Finley will get the start at third base, batting 7th. Get Wrecked at 8 in left field, and Demi Trampelson in right field, batting 9th. That is the team. I am excited, but I am very nervous. We are in the we are in the playoffs, so I think every home game is going to be a whiteout. Let me know if you like that idea or if you're thinking we should go a different route with that. But thank you so much for watching. I am so excited, but I am very nervous because we went through that stretch of 3 games where we played like garbage, and it was against all 3 of the teams that are on that right-handed bracket. The Firebirds, the War Wagons, and the Foresters. We got beat up real bad at the end of the season, but we came on hot at the end. We got 3 straight wins to finish the year. We win the division. We get the number 2 seed. Can we get to the finals, and can we win ourselves a championship? Only time will tell. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and put a like down below. It does take a lot of time for me to put together these all-star teams, review stats of everyone, and put together those rankings in my spreadsheet. I hope you enjoy that. A big win for the in-conference, but it's playoff time now, and I'm really excited to see what we can do in the playoffs. Go ahead and like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, as I am working my way to 150 subscribers. And if you have missed any of the other content that's on the channel, there's some really great series that are already done. You can go back and check those out. My favorite is The Outlaws. I would say of all of them, there's some really cool tournaments that I've done and some one-off videos that I've put together. So check it out. Let me know if you have any ideas for other content you'd like to see. Don't forget to check out the Dig Fordo series that we're running parallel every Saturday. And I appreciate all of you for following the channel. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.